Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to another episode of City Skylines Sunset Harbor DLC. We are here in the awesome city of Portsmith Abby. I believe this is our 8th episode, and we're back here in the city, and we're just going through our normal cinematic view of what the city is looking like. Let me hit that lovely escape button. And, I would like to build a city center in you guys kind of see this cursor area. I want to build it in this region. So I want to start building the city center. We only have 12,000 residents and we need more people. So I know what you're thinking. You probably need a highway system. Yes, that's going to be next. I first want to get the people in place because look at how high our demand is for residential at the bottom of the screen. But real quick, I do want to give a crazy shout out. Now, as you can tell, I did ask how lake just out of nowhere, like a lake from scratch. So basically, Will Legoman mentioned to me in my comments section, said the mod is called Extra Landscaping Tools. And also, Connor Plays Games also mentioned it to me in the comment section below. So thank you guys for showing me what mod actually can create lakes, rivers, and etc. And as you can tell at the bottom right of my screen, I do have that mod running. It is one of the most complicated mods I've ever used just to get this little bit of water. It took me literally 20 minutes, which is kind of embarrassing. So let's get back to what we want to do for today. For today, like I said, we wanted to build a city center, and I want to build it in this region. So what we first need to realize is we have we have tram lines that are over here, and I want to bring those trams down here. So what I want to do first is we're going to need to make a circuit. All right, so not a circuit, but we need to drag these tram lines down from here all the way to here, all the way down here. Then we need to make not necessarily a circuit, but a circle. So we're going to go about 70, I want to go 70 units. But the problem is it's not, there we go. We'll go 70, and then we'll go about 21 units up, and then we'll bring it back around. So I know that seems a little crazy, but what we want to do is let's go back to the tram lines real quick. So we'll go to transportation. We'll go to trams. Yes, make sure we have trams. Yes. Yes, we got to make sure we have those tram lines. So I just want the tram track, and it goes in both directions. So I also just want, this is going to be where our city center is. So we're going to put the track right there, right down the center. So as you can tell, both ways are going in, and they can make that. Wow, it is diagonal. Okay, let's delete that. Let's get a little mulligan. Anybody who's ever played golf, a mulligan is like, let me try that again, basically. There you go. That looks a lot straighter than the last one. Anyways, so what we want to do is, so as you can tell, our tram lines can go right over here and have no issues. So real quick, what we need to do next is we're going to do a little bit of detailing around it, which it won't be anything crazy. So let's grab let's see. Oh, we don't want monuments. We want a couple unique buildings, or actually, no, I want the parks first. Let's not, I'm getting a little excited for this build. So I'm going to grab a plaza here, a plaza here, a plaza here, and a plaza here. So so this is going to be, now we need some roads. This is going to, for our city center, we do want to kind of have it as almost like a hub of sorts. So all of our residents can actually, there we go. Oh, this is going to work out really well. So basically, we want our residents to actually take public transportation versus the alternate, which is driving in, because traffic will get insane. So let's just go down to there. Then we'll finish it out right there. So that looks pretty cool. I will detail that later on, and I'll fast forward that. I won't bore you with all the details. But I also do want to add one more thing to this little city center area. Now, I do not have any of these yet, but I do want to add metro train stations over here. So I do want to put one on this side and one on that side. I am not going to build them yet. I'm kind of future proofing this area before anything else happens. What I mean by future proofing is that I'll be able to build the metro stations, but everything will already be connected or in place, I should say. So I won't have to demolish any lines or anything like that. So I am going to actually, I am going to just maintain what I did over here and just kind of make it symmetrical. So I know I don't have the metro stations on both sides. I am really well aware of that, but I think it'll look cool if we just keep the same symmetry going on. All right, so we have our city center. It's done, guys. We're done for the day. We are absolutely done. No. So we have our little city center. We need to actually now create buildings that will go pretty well around these buildings. So now, what is a good building for this? Oh, okay. I kind of like the transportation hub. But what could be our centerpiece building? I'm just trying to see a good centerpiece building. I don't. For now, we can put the mall. We can put the mall. So this is a mall of moderation. We will place that right there. And it actually, I'm going to be honest. I know you can say I'm a little biased because I'm the one creating this, but it actually goes pretty symmetrical to our city center. So that's actually okay. So now let's actually go over here. We're going to turn off this building so we don't lose any money from it. So basically what we did by turning it off is we paid for the building, but we won't pay for the weekly or monthly cost. Is it weekly or monthly? Oh, it's a weekly cost. So we won't be paying the weekly cost. So that's okay. So let's go back to our unique buildings, and I really did like that transportation center right there. That will look really cool around that. We have a couple more building options. I think one of them was the science center, I believe. No, or does this work? I think this is the opera house, I believe. Yep, this is the opera house. But where? I think I had a science center that I wanted. Yes, let's put the rocket pad in the middle of. There it is. Okay, so I did want this over here. All right. I'm going to place this right there. So basically, we're going to have some entertainment in this region, which will be good. We'll get some tourists from this area. Maybe, do we want one more? Do we want that opera house? Or do you want, like, because this is going to be where we're going to put residential behind where I'm about to. Let's put this park, and this park will kind of be leading our residential. So let's go, before I do anything else, make sure we turn these off. So we're not, again, we don't want to pay $1,600 a week for a building we're not even using. We can turn the metro lines off. That works perfect. So basically, we're just saving money essentially right now. So we have this city center in place. Now, how are we going to add some residential? Well, that's pretty easy. So we're going to take some smaller paths and go this way. We're going to go 1080, that works. So 1080, and then if we can do this again, 1080. There you go, that should cut across perfectly. Now let's go all the way to over here. Good, this is actually going to turn out pretty good. Now I don't want, so I repeat, I am not putting this path over here. We don't want that many streetlights, so that's why I'm doing it the way I am. And we will go down here. What was it? 1080. And then we'll go straight across to over here. And then we'll fill this in. Now, I do want to create some paths so our residents aren't afraid to go for a walk to wherever they want to go. So don't be afraid to put down those paths. And what they'll actually also do is they'll break up the monotony of the buildings that are being used. What I mean by that is, not every building, here, I'll show you. Not every building, I'm going to hit the pause button so I don't create a whole, I don't want to create everything yet. So a 4x4 is the biggest city skylines building you can create size-wise, But when you break it up, look at, like, we can have smaller buildings, residential buildings broken up like that when we use the paths. So it'll kind of give a little bit different of a feel for our city. So it is kind of cool that it does that, and it works out really, really well. And it, like I said, it'll break up the monotony of what your city looks like and kind of make it look better. There's that. How come? Okay, that works. Then we'll break it up by going down that way. Then we'll do what we did on this side over here. Just go left. We'll go straight over here. And then we'll go to the right, to the right, to the right, to the... I don't know what song that is. I kind of remember it from my cruise, but I don't know. Anyways, we do need to add a smaller park, so don't be afraid to add those also. In this area, I'm going to put a couple right there. Where's my basketball court? Put a basketball courts over there. That looks pretty cool to me. I'm pretty happy with that so far. So we do need more residential because this would be the shortest. This would be a very short episode if I did that. So let's go. Let's go. So 400 we can create perfect squares, but I kind of want to go like 800. 840. No, it won't let me go 800. So let's just go straight across there. Then we'll bring the roads down here. So this is going to be all high density residential. This is going to be cool. I actually like the way this is turning out. So let's do our roads again. Let's do our roads. Let's build some roads again. So we're going to just keep up with the plus sign. Just to, again, to create some symmetry. And we are breaking up, like I said, we're breaking up the residential so it doesn't all look the same. Every single building will not be the same size, which is awesome. Now, while you're watching me do this, please make sure you like, subscribe, and comment, and that would be fantastic. I do greatly appreciate that. And we are almost at 250 subs, so thank you guys for all that you guys have done recently, for watching, subscribing, and anything else you've done. I don't care if you've given me a negative thumbs down before, you know, I still appreciate what you're doing, and you know, it does help me as a, you know, any type of criticism is helpful, good or bad. Okay, so we'll have this little residential area. Now I do want to create more commercial and office zoning, so let's go back to over here and grab some of these roads. Now I'm going to come over here, and so this is going to be office area. I'm just trying to fill this in essentially. And then, oh, I see a perfect spot for a path. Can actually a path connect to there? I actually don't know. Oh, it does. I honestly did not know that a path could connect to there. All right, need to redo this one. Oh, beautiful. And then if we can go straight down and straight across. And you know what? We'll go over here. See, again, as you can tell, we are cutting off the building. So look at, so we're going to, well, that's a 4x4. But, you know, you guys kind of get what I'm saying when I mention, you know, the buildings will be, you know, we're going to have a building like this. We'll have a building. So I know I just did a couple 4x4s, but let's mix in an office. 4x4 office. So now see how we have this smaller building? Now, it's still going to be a pretty good sized commercial building, but guess what? It's going to look different. You know, it's going to grow differently than the 4x4s we just created. So, you know, that's just something to keep in mind, just to break up what these buildings are going to look like, and just to help them, you know, help the city look a lot different than just a normal city. Now, again, I am adding a lot of 4x4s. I understand that, but you know, it's not a big deal. But let's add, you know, we'll add some more commercial, because we have a lot of demand for commercial and residential. So yikes, that is a lot. And then see, like, look at right here, we're going to add this little bit of commercial. Actually, I'm going to add a low density commercial right there. So it'll be more of like a restaurant building versus like a big tower. Like we don't need a big tower in that area. There you go. And then we'll add a couple offices over here. Now, just to let you know that this this building right here does give off noise, so watch out when you're putting the residential. That's why I'm gonna kind of leave that. I'm gonna kind of leave this area for offices and stuff like that, just so the noise pollution does not get to residents. So we added our low density residential. I am gonna fill this in before we're done for today. Well, when I do the fast forward mode you guys have seen recently, that is when you guys are gonna see exactly what I'm talking about. All right, so we have everything in place. What I'm gonna do now, guys, is I'm gonna add this residential so you guys can see it. So let's go. Well, this is gonna be a lot of residential. Let's go up to about here, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna add commercial over here. The only reason why I did that was main roads. I've noticed, well, I've mentioned this many times in many videos, that our residents do not like noise pollution. So I was just trying to get them to avoid the noise pollution as best as humanly possible. So let's just fill this in because it's not on the main road. What we're also gonna need over here is services. What I mean by that is we're gonna need some healthcare. So that'll fit pretty perfectly in that corner. Unfortunately, death care. I know people die. It's very unfortunate. Where do I want to place it though? Yeah, let's just place it next to the medical clinic. Then we'll add some fire and police on the main street also, because I forgot where I put earlier. Earlier I put police stations in kind of a bad area in the city center, and fire stations in the town center, and they don't work nearly as good. Oh, and I already have pipe under here. Wow, I completely don't remember ever building down there. Usually when I do create episodes, sometimes I do a preview of what I want to do, but I didn't do that for this one, and really enough, there's pipes still down there. Okay, now we do need electricity, so let's grab a power line from over here. Now where can we put it so it doesn't look ugly? So let's just put it along here. There we go, and we'll go straight across over here. Hold on. What is wrong with this thing? Alright, well, let's put it higher. Oh, I just had to increase the height of it. Got it. Okay, well, that was the main issue. I had to increase the height of it. Okay, so I do need to add a couple schools and stuff like that. So then that will be, let's see, we're okay with the elementary school, but once we start building over here, they will definitely need an elementary school. Now I could make these high schools fancy and make them look pretty cool. In a high density area, I really just want the school. Whoa. Oh, I don't even have a university. Okay. I'm actually going to put a university right here. Or, yeah, right there works. That will be our first university. When we do actually build a college, we will basically it will, I'll get rid of that. So let this fill in, and I will put on fast forward mode, and you guys will be able to see exactly what I did and what I add, and let me detail it up. And thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it, and have a great rest of your day. And welcome back, guys. After that little fast forward, what would you call that? I fast forwarded through all the detailing. This is what I came up with for the city center. Now, I understand that the residential does need to kind of increase in size and get a lot taller, and we want them into skyscrapers. That will be coming shortly. We just need to wait for those buildings to upgrade. But as you can tell, we do have some skyscrapers for the commercial district. Our residential has filled in really nicely, and our city center has looked really good. So remember that small building I made? Look at, I like that small building right there. I really do like it. It's also on the other side. I did add trams down the middle of this little hub area. It's not really a hub, but the train station park area, and I put it right through. There are no actual roads, so trams are only allowed to go back and forth. These tram lines are very popular, so those have been working out great. The detailing looks awesome. You know how in City Skylines Xbox One, I couldn't necessarily put bushes and rocks and trees together like that? Well, guess what? We are on PC and we can do that, and I'm very excited by that. So everything looks to be going really well, and as you can tell, we have another skyscraper popping up there. So everything is going well. If you guys have any comments, please let me know. Please let me know. Just please leave a like, comment, and hit that subscribe button if you like. But this is my city center for Portsmith Abby. I do like the way it's going right now. It looks great. And the one thing I will have to do next episode, I'm going to be honest with you, if I hit that escape button, I need to get a highway system in place. I'm not really sure why we do need to put a highway system in place. I knew that was coming, but I just didn't want to I wanted to add the city center first. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Have a great rest of your day.